Before Frank Abagnale worked for the man, he was just a con man himself. This was long before his life story was depicted on the big screen in Spielberg's hit movie Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. The movie was based on Abagnale's own book of the same title. Now he has a new book, but does Frank's latest book keep up with the times? Before I begin, full disclosure, Frank Abagnale and I have met at security events and corresponded through the years. In fact, he wrote some very complimentary things about my latest cybersecurity book, so I couldn't resist quoting him on my back cover. Nevertheless, I'll try to remain impartial and review his new book for what it is, a great guide to steering clear of scams and security cons that inundate the internet and our modern lives. Scam Me If You Can is more than just a play on words or sequel to Abagnale's best-selling Catch Me If You Can from 2002. Frank's new book is more of a guide written by a seasoned expert who's been helping the FBI catch criminals much longer than he's been running from the feds. Like other notable scammers that have gone straight, such as Kevin Mitnick, Frank Abagnale's words reveal a need to not only make amends for past crimes, but make the world a little safer for everyone else. If it took decades of forgery and cons for Frank to muster up the stories for his first book, it took a lifetime to put those stories into a context that readers could not only be entertained by, but also put into action. Case in point, Scam Me If You Can opens with What's Your Scam Quotient? A kind of cyber quiz that encourages readers to take and then retake as they read through the book to see what they learned. I scored high, but not perfect, which only reminds me that no one is 100% safe from cyber threats and scams. We are all vulnerable in some way to the most persistent hackers and thieves, but if we know what to look for and how to protect the things that are most important to us, we can beat the odds and stay safe. There's no doubt that Abagnale is a great storyteller, but that wasn't what was tasked to do with this new book. He goes to great lengths to identify many red flags, especially the ones that seem to target older folks who tend to be less suspicious and more trusting. For instance, Frank offers actionable advice when dealing with robocalls, a security scourge that seems to target older folks who still cling to aging telco technology. I can attest to his guidance since I've been doing lots of research, appearances, and writing, all centering around robocalls. Suffice it to say, they are much more than just a nuisance. Scam Me If You Can was co-published by AARP's own publishing house, and this fact was not lost to me. As the son of an aging parents and recently deceased grandparents, I've been charged with keeping them cyber safe without overwhelming them or scaring them into inaction. As a cybersecurity expert, I must profile my clients' needs and skill level before administering advice, and this book walks that line well. It's clearly written with the age and experience of senior readers in mind, but offers advice that everyone can benefit from. I give Scam Me If You Can 5 out of 5 stars. Stay safe.